Hey guys, we're doing I'm doing Never Have I Ever. Sorry if I'm in a mood, a bunch of stuff has happened today, and today is set up to be horrible for me. Okay, first, let me just get straight into. First up, before I get into it, please understand something like a bunch of horrible stuff has happened this morning, and today it was also set up to be a fail. And I say this as honestly as possible because people that I really loved, I'm not talking to anymore. Can't explain why. But also because today, that kind of set me off. And then this morning, I logged on to see if I had access to the Sunday class. And what happened was I got logged on, everything was good, it didn't require a password, and then all of a sudden, like, the power went out for like a split second, and our internet went out for like a split second, and so then I had to re-log on, and when I got logged on again, it said like waiting for host to start a new meeting or something. So basically, it wasn't very good. Yeah. And so I didn't get to dance, I had a horrible day. So the first never have I ever question, by the way, I am coming up with it. And on Tuesday, today is the 6th. Okay, so on Tuesday, I have a new song coming out. I plan to anyways. It's a really good one. I'm already halfway done with it, and I started working on it yesterday. And it's to launch my next album. And so, but the reason I say it may not happen is because, sometime this week or something, we get another phone call and we get another, like, inspection for DSS, meaning if we don't pass, bad things are gonna happen. But luckily, we're good, we think. And also just because this week I just been in a mood because of so much personal, stuff going on in my life that I'm done with. I'm just out of it. So, never have I ever had my first kiss. The answer to that, by the way, I don't have a sign, so I'm just going to be saying if I have or haven't. Because today I've been in a mood and decided to be lazy at my job of filming and stuff. Never have I ever had my first kiss. No, I haven't. There's no story there. There's nothing. It's just the simple no, I haven't. Next question, never have I ever done bad in school and failed something. This one, I'm going to say no because that's not how, my school, my dad's my teacher and I'm homeschooled. And so, I don't really get graded too much. Literally what it is that, he'll say, okay, and we need to work on this a little bit more. Or oh, you did really, really good on this. or you need a lot of work on this. Like, so it's never like really graded, and this was brought up to DSS like not this past week, but the week before, or like, and they were totally fine with it. You know, they said as long as I'm getting school, then we're good there. And as long as I'm like learning something in school, or my parents are trying to teach me something in school. Next question. Never have I ever punched someone. This one, no. Not that I can remember anyway. Like, I don't think I ever punched someone. Like, yeah. Next one. Never have I ever talked behind someone's back and never told them. I'm trying to think about it for a second. I don't think I have. That I remember. I feel like, in a way, like, okay, let me explain. And I never talk behind someone's back. Like, I'm not that type. Like, or at least I don't cause it, like, and stuff. But at this point, like, I don't talk behind people's back. I feel like it's not that I haven't talked behind people's back, because I have, but I always told them, or they always found out later. So, like, it doesn't count. Now, if they didn't know, then yes, it counts. And, so yeah. Like, honestly, I don't really talk bad about people. Well, and, like, using my own words. Like, so yeah. The next, never have I ever question. Never have I ever tried to get out of school just to play with Sam. This one, I am not the type to do that. I always am really good. Like, with school, I never fake sick to get out of school. Like, that's something true. Or, like, I don't really try to ever get out of school. Like, yes, I don't like school too much. But then again, that's just because I don't really like school subjects like math, history, science. You know, like, that situation. And, like, but I would never do that. Plus, Sam does come to school with us, or to our classroom. And he lays under the table, and sometimes he'll come and lay next to me as I'm reading. Yeah. And he's a good boy in school. And then, like, I want to say, like, I'm in school for about an hour and a half, but I get a lot done in that hour and a half, so it's like, yes, I'm not in school for 5 hours, but at the same time, I get a lot done in that time. Like, versus in, like, public school, or from what I know, if, like, you go to one class, then you have, like, you have a little break in between sometimes, or you leave, you go to your next class, so on, like that situation. Versus, I don't do that. Like, it's all one room, and so, like, it's, you finish one thing and right on to the next, and so on, and so I get a lot done in, like, an hour and a half. Usually it's, like, 2 hours. Or depending on the day, what we have to do that day, or what my dad has to do that day. And depending on my dance schedule in that situation. Because, like, if I have dance early on, like, let's say I have dance early on a Monday, which hasn't happened yet, then my dad will be like, okay, we're doing a little extra work on Friday. Come here. Come here. I love you. Never have I ever sit. 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 Sam, don't act like you don't know how to sit. 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 Sam. Sam. Sit. Good boy. Shake. 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 Good boy. That's a good boy. But never have I ever lied to someone. Okay, this is I have lied to my parents before, but I always admitted to it, and like, cause I'm the type I cannot lie. Like, if you tell me to lie, but like I am the type that to lie in like a bad way. There's two different ways of lying. There's lying in a like okay way. I don't encourage lying, but I mean like in an okay way. I mean like keeping a secret, like a surprise for someone. You know, like you know that someone's getting someone a birthday present, and they ask you about it, like. And you kind of lie to them and be like, no, that's not happening, like, in a way so they get surprised. That's okay. Like, you know, that's okay. But lying, like, to get out of something or to, like, blame someone else or something like that, that's not okay. And I'm the type that, every single time, I would say I maybe lied 4 times in my life. And all 4 times, eventually, I felt so guilty after a little bit that I genuinely admitted to it every single time. Next question. Never have I ever been so mad at someone that I wanted to like mess with them in like a really mean like way. No. What I mean by in like a mean way, I mean like I kind of like maybe prank them a little bit because you're mad at them. Like putting something in their food, or let me think here. I'm horrible at pulling pranks. I'm horrible because I don't like pulling big pranks. Like, because I feel like it means like I feel like now like I see so many pranks on YouTube and all of them are like way too big and it causes something and then like gets fixed or but I feel like that's mean. But I have never got so mad that I like pranked someone because in like a kind of mean way. The next, never have I ever said that something was said that I liked a certain food that someone cooked, but then I secretly didn't like it and I was just being nice. That relates to lying, I say. So, no, I have not. And I'm the type that if I don't like a certain food, I won't eat it. And I'll straight up tell you. In a nice way, but like still. Never have I ever gotten mad at Sam. And if so, what was it? No, I don't really. Well, yeah, when Sam. And I definitely have gotten mad at him. By the way, these are designed for me. But, but most of it was because, like, we were training him at the time and he was, like, stealing shoes or doing something or other, like. Next one, never have I ever turned my camera off on a Zoom meeting just to get out of the class. I have. But there's a reason why. I do this a lot with acro class on Thursdays. And the reasoning is because I love acro, I think acro dancing is like really cool looking, but I'm not an acro dancer and I'm not crazy flexible, and the reasoning behind it was because sometimes certain tips don't work for me and other times they do. So for me, I definitely have, but that's because some of the tips just weren't working for me. Next, never have I ever, we're getting near the end. Never have I ever pretended to be someone else because I was obsessed with them. No. I never, pretended to be someone else and, went around, saying, oh, my name's Eliana wrongly. I never would do something like that. But I definitely do get obsessed with a lot of YouTubers and stuff. And, social media influencers. The next one is never have I ever gone behind my mom or dad or both back to do something that I know I wasn't allowed to do. Okay, yes, I have, but here's why. It was something dumb. And I'm gonna explain. So what happened was that when fidget spinner first came out and they became this huge popular trend and stuff, and everyone had them. I really wanted one, and so my mom and dad said I could get one, so we found one, and it was a really cool one because it had it was mostly white, but the edges had streaks of green, pink, and I'm pretty sure it was blue or orange. I forget another color. And so when you spun it, it gave you a really cool color thing. It was just kind of cool. And what happened was that I had it for a couple days and it was really, really fun. And I really liked it, and a bunch of people were being dumb on social media with them, chewing on them and hooking them to things and then like using a motorcycle to spin them and stuff and like being really dumb with them. And what happened was that it got to where so many people were being dumb with them, and my mom, eventually what happened was that there was a report that lead was found in them. And so my mom banned me from playing with them. So I got rid of mine and said that I'm not allowed to play with them anymore, like that situation. Like, I'm not allowed to play with them or anything like that. And so what happened was I got really disappointed because I really liked mine. And it was kind of disappointing for me because I thought my mom would understand that I'm not dumb like that. And so she took mine. And like, at that point, my dad even thought it was kind of dumb that she was doing that and felt bad for me. And so like I literally like whenever like me and my dad go out shopping and there's one like at a store that you can kind of play with, he'll like let me kind of spin it a couple of times. Or if we like my sister lets me like basically like my entire family. Anytime I go shopping with someone in my family and there's one at the store, they let me like kind of play with. So yeah, we got 4 more never have I ever questions. Never have I ever been so mad that I put aside my dreams just to take a day off to just be mad. I haven't yet that I can remember, but I feel like that might be happening soon. I don't know. Never have I ever logged out of a Zoom meeting just because I thought I was too good for it. I have, but not in like a bratty way. I logged out of a dance class Zoom meeting because I'm too advanced for the class, so it wasn't being bragged. Peace out.